hoping definitely to inspire other little women. I would love something glamorous and something that would make me feel beautiful and bold and sexy.
Making great style accessible for every body is the focus behind the new series Fashion Dis on AMI TV. The show is hosted by Ardra Shephard, who came up with the idea for it, and Ardra joins us with more this morning. Good morning to you. Nice to have you back on Morning Live.
Yes, thanks, Annette. Thanks for having me.
So this, I can imagine, comes from your own experience. You have MS, and your blog, Tripping on Air, is fantastic. Talks all about the different kind of struggles, but then all the different positives that you have in life as well. And I see this series as a huge positive.
I think, yes, at a time when there's so much negativity going on in the world and so many things that we do need to take seriously, it is nice to have something that's actually really joyful to watch and that feels like the world is going in the right direction with something like this.
And you're dealing with people on this show. It's kind of like a fashion makeover, but it isn't. It's more about how, with different abilities, do people even buy or go into a store to get clothing that really makes them feel great?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there are a lot of considerations that we don't think about when it comes to getting dressed that people with disabilities might face. So if you are a seated body type, there are considerations. Your clothes will hang differently if you have dexterity issues. You may have trouble with buttons or orthotics wearers, or we have Krista, who has a prosthetic. There are many footwear and shoe considerations. So the show is really twofold. It's bringing awareness to these awesome brands that are doing so much in the adaptive clothing and design space, but it's also celebrating and making and giving a platform to people with disabilities who haven't traditionally been seen in the fashion and beauty industry, and that was really important for us also.
And do you hope this sends a message to even retailers? Because I'm thinking about, you know, how clothing is hung up very high, and you know, are all change rooms accessible?
No, certainly not. You know, online shopping, for me, makes things a lot more accessible. But yeah, I mean, there are many things to consider when being more inclusive, but I would say that even starts with advertising, you know, whether you have an adaptive line or not, including people with disabilities in your advertising. Like, we all have to get dressed and we all need to see ourselves represented.
Right, and see ourselves in great style.
Absolutely.
So when the call out went for people to participate in this show, how did that go? Were you flooded with responses?
Yes, we really were. It was so exciting to see so many people interested in participating in the show, but it was also, you know, a real reminder to us that we were on the right track, that we were working on something that doesn't exist elsewhere and that really needs to.
And I love that you're working with local brands as well. I know that Cheekbone Beauty is the makeup supplier, and we had Jen on. She's from the Niagara region, and it's just great that when I saw that, I'm like, oh, awesome.
There are so many great brands that are offering innovation, and you know, it's so exciting as a disabled person to see things that are specifically designed and created for this community that feel luxurious and high end and special. And you know, we're not just we're being thought of with intention, and that's nice.
So how many episodes in this first season? And please tell me that there's going to be another season.
I mean, fingers crossed. I'm not in charge of that decision, but I think the response to this show has been so exciting. I'm getting messages and emails all the time from people who just absolutely love it. The first season has 6 episodes. The 5th aired last night. So there's one more coming up next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on AMI TV. And but you can stream all of the episodes online on AMI.
Okay. Ardra, great to talk to you again. We're going to end with photos of Melissa, who was on the first episode. And again, we'll get the details up at chch.com on this.
Thank you so much.